Alrighty then, here we are. Unleash the music. Alright. We're back! Today being the final day of Golden Sun, the Lost Age. As far as I'm aware, we have 2 dungeons to do. We got Anima Sanctum with now our ability to teleport. I just want to double check that I did things I needed to do. I still don't... I gotta smell that. I gotta smell it? I gotta sell that smoke bomb. And probably still redistribute some of my items. I can sell the Masamune. But, Anyway. Anything new here? Hello. Ah! Oh, you've returned. What brings you to my new home? Oh, we just claimed this house, huh? Alright. Hamma. You're my sister. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Why didn't you tell me when we first met? You strongly alluded to something, though. You play an important role in all this. If I told you, you would have come here too soon. How? We need a boat that we didn't have. This place is so familiar. I feel like I've lived here my whole life. Did you? I mean, live here at one point? Look at me, Ivan. Huh? You're too sentimental. Oh shit. Ouch. You would have given up your quest to find your true home, and we would all now be lost. What are you saying, sister? No, not sister. Do not think of me as your sister until you have fulfilled your destiny. Why? That's freaking weird. Our world is falling into ruin. Like you need to be babied into staying. What? Hamma, what do you mean? What's happening? Have we gone over this like 30 times already?
Look, I don't want to interrupt your reunion or anything, but I couldn't help overhearing you say something about the world falling apart. What's up?
Our world requires a delicate balance of elemental forces. That balance has been disturbed. Without that balance, one element might be lost beneath the others, straining Wayard.
You're talking about Mars Lighthouse, right?
Isn't Agatio taking care of Mars Lighthouse? Everything should be fine soon. Well, we've already gone over this. They failed, and we kicked their ass. Agatio will not light Mars Lighthouse. Also, why's it gotta be him? He seems like the sidekick of the 2 characters. Why has it gotta be him? Even though he took it, maybe, but even then. He could have given it to Karst. You don't think he could do it? No, a great power stands ready to oppose them. Yeah, it turns them into a pair of dragons, again, for some reason. They lack the power to resist that force, and they will fall before it. But what will happen if Mars Lighthouse isn't lit quickly enough? Our world will be plunged into ice. But what would make that happen? Even I do not know the answer to that question. And how do you know it would?
Ah, yes, given the way that the elements interact. I see.
Kraden, you understand?
Well, I'm only guessing, but I think it's a good guess, if I do say so myself.
Quit fooling around and tell me.
The earth is nurturing and warm. Many creatures are reared in this warmth, you see.
Okay. I follow you.
Now, think about the ocean. It's a cold place, is it not?
I mean, it's all relative, but sure. Yeah, it is awfully cold. Maybe there could be warmer oceans.
Both lighthouses were lit, and a balance was reached. But with only the lighthouse of wind lit, the balance has been disturbed.
I get it. Wind cools things down, but I can't heat them up.
When you burn your hand on something hot, you blow on it to cool it off, don't you?
I guess. That's okay. Right, yeah. I've always done that without thinking about it, but it makes sense, huh? Is that like... I wonder what instinctually brings that, like, as a reaction. Like, why, if you burn your hand, you either, like, maybe, like, try and do this, or you blow on it to cool it? Is it just, like, something from, like, a breeze makes you feel cooler, you know, when it's hot outside or something? Because that's really a lot more to do with your sweat than anything, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking too hard about this. The Mercury Lighthouse was lit. This didn't happen, though. I wonder why.
Water cannot cool things as swiftly as wind, perhaps.
Okay, now that's just a blatant lie. It works? I mean, it does, but like, why? Like, the first time you burn your hand, was that a thought you had, you know? To just blow on it? Or did it come from an experience of something? So, like, what makes it instinctual? Or what was the first instance of that happening? Also, water cannot cool things as swiftly as wind is, like, just so wrong. What? Maybe, but again, like, what is instinctually making you do that? Or was it something you were taught and then picked up on when you were young?
Or maybe the combined power of water and wind is cooling things off, getting things down even faster.
I would say it's a combination of the two. Yeah, so I'd say it's probably learned, but like, where do you learn it? But then, of course, something learned can be from anywhere. Right. Well, yeah. Which, if my hand is burning, I'd rather stick it in water than blow on it. Shut up, Creighton. If what Hammer's saying is true, we'd better get moving again, Felix. I got too worked up about seeing my sister. Sorry. Not really. Most of this tirade has been about cooling things down and not your sister. It's alright. I'm happy that you cared so much. Right, but like, if there was a bucket of water there, I would instinctually just go right into the bucket of water and not sit there blowing my hand. And we're not going to Mars Lighthouse. We gotta teleport on a weird Incan circle thing. It's a little weird that, like, not in the overworld, this is required. Synergy. I forgot who has it. I think I gave it to Ivan? Yeah. Teleport! Who knows where we're going? I mean, I know where we're going, but... Oh. Fire! Oh god, this is a... This is a Jin check? Okay. Damn. And by our powers combined, it's Captain Planet door. Open. Levels my party like 40 something. And they're in the mid 30s because I used them when I was getting random stuff done between a couple of streams. Yeah, well, I got to teleport. I got to the point where I need to give the Mars star to the giant dragon statue head. And then I was like, alright, I'm gonna go do all the side dungeons. This being the oh. I mean, I guess that's fair. I consider I have to get every single Jin in order to do this. Okay. We inherited the power of the land to create a great darkness. If you crave this power, attack this slate. Why is it like a giant skeleton with a tail? There's been something with the rest of these tablets, but I really could never tell what. I'm gonna save. Because I don't trust anything. Also, there's a door behind this. It said attack the tablet, but why would I do that? Am I attacking the tablets when I'm destroying them like this? I guess that kind of makes sense. Charon. God of Death? Or no, like the ferryman of the River Styx. Second most powerful. I don't even know what the first was. 8 Venus. It better be if it's 8 frickin' Venus. How many do I even have total here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy shit. And the other was Jupiter, right? I don't remember. I wish... Is there a way you can look at all these? Like how to do all these summons? Because that really feels like it should be a thing that you can access that I don't know how. Summon. No. That really feels like an important thing that should have been in the game. That's really dumb. Anyway, alright. So is this gonna be an actual dungeon, or like... Am I just going down to a boss here? What's gonna happen? Let's see. Well, it seems to be dungeon-ish. Hi, Grave White 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I'm gonna assume you're all gonna die, so... Charon! Oh yeah, Daedalus. So he's 3 and 4. And then Eclipse 2 and 3. Okay. So 2 and 3. 3. 2 and 3, 4 and 3. We'll save for those two because they're in that order. Anyway. They like this valley. Okay. Send them to the Shadow Realm. Cool. Nice. Way to go, Garrett. You did so much. If you do this first, you're not finishing the game today? This is that long? I mean, oh well. And says you. Damn it. Ow! Ow! Stop it. Everything was leading to Animos? Why isn't it the end of the game? Oh. Well, that was interesting. Where am I going? Right, but usually optional content isn't the everything was leading to this. Except for maybe in like a New Game Plus scenario, but even then, I don't think that's the case. Oh no, I just happen to go the right way. Yup. Oh, design-wise, not lore-wise. Okay. I mean, I do have to have every single Djinn to get here, so... Wow, you guys suck. What the hell? Megiddo! Forgot about Megiddo. See ya. Is this the other door? Yes. I just keep picking the right path. He doesn't raise a single puzzle type from anything else in the game. Everything is unique to this place and this place alone. I mean, that's cool. Okay. Well, that path is completely pointless. Megiddo! You're so dead. It's like, should I just have these on all the time? Even though it's gonna make Felix... Oh wait, not Crystal. It's gonna make Felix so weak. Yeah. Okay. Ah. They haven't really forced me to use any powers to this point, though. 3 to 4 times that size. I mean, that wasn't even terribly that bad. The only real reason I think it took longer was because you had to fight, like mini bosses at the end of every puzzle room or whatever. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. Okay. Great. More forgeable material. And dark matter is always evil, possessed shit, so I don't want it. Alright, I'm missing something with this room. Go away! Stop it. Thorny grave. Okay. That looked and sounded way worse than it was. I thought I was gonna get, like, possessed or whatever. I was gonna be upset. Stop it. Oh, I also only need... So I need 8. And... Oh, wait, I'm not doing this one anymore, am I? That's right. So it was... 3 fire, I think, right? And 4 of this. And then 3 of this. Which is funny considering what I said before about how the other one always had combat still related to it. Okay. Great. No, I love the... Okay. I hate this already. Which is kind of, you know, how it should be. I should have bought more feathers had I known it's gonna be this long. We're gonna use them. Come on. I guess I might as well. If it stays, great. If not, oh well. Okay. Oh, I guess I can also go through that door. Alright, let's... Hold on. Let's see what this way... No, not the stairs! Oh yeah, that's the shortcut. Okay. Also, love how I have that feather. It's doing me so much good right now. Okay, so does the rock stay? Alright, also part of the experiment. That's fine. So, let's see what's in this room then. Or not! Such a useful feather. Okay. Does not seem like that'll help me with that. Can I push it off? Like, there's no dots stopping that. That's not meant to hit. Pretty sure I don't need Blaze right now. Ow. Stop it. Strange. Oh yeah, Sacred Feathers effect. It was so useful. Okay. So this is all really to just do this all in one go then, right? Because I can't do it all in one go. I constantly have to leave the room. This is obnoxious. The fact that the feathers don't actually do anything is especially obnoxious. Alright, there's definitely a specific way to do this. I just don't know how much I need to do differently. Yeah. So it needs to be more than that, I guess. See, but it doesn't move more when I can't move more. That's the thing. So actually... This requires thinking ahead. Alright. So, in order for it to reach that point... Wait, is it mirrored or is it the same? Which way is it again? Mirrored, okay. So if it's mirrored direction... That means I need to get over here with it. Which means then I need to get to here. And it can still be one below me because I can move up one. So, but then if I move down one, it would go down again. So actually, no. So it needs to be at this level. So I need to get it to this point. Which means it still needs to be lined up here. Problem is this choke point is down one. So I can't have it here on the opposite side because that just falls over, falls through. So somehow I have to be able to move it through that gap while I am past this, I think. The other part of that is I have to move it 3. There's only enough space in here for 2. And this is lined up with this, so that doesn't really work. I mean, I basically from here have to have the statue on this level on the other side. So that I can walk it up here to get it onto this level on that side. So that I can then... And then I can only move it 1. And then I can only move it 1 again, which puts it in the middle of the pit. But then if I move left or right, it falls. Okay, there we go. That was way simpler than it should have been. then I made it out to be, rather. I just tried the other 2 methods and was like, well, this isn't working at all. I didn't try another direction with the block. Like an idiot. I'm dumb. I don't know if it matters. Oh god, do I have to go back through? Back and forth, because now that one's permanently there. Ugh. Gross. I have to use lift every time. Man. This is so meandering. Why? don't even know why I need to do this. Why do I need to do this? I don't know. I'm sure I have to. So I don't need to really reflect on the why. So now... I guess because I need to be able to get around the block? Oh, well, because I need to be able to lift the block and then get on this side of it. So now... I can go back that way again. It doesn't matter which way direction. Actually, this way's shorter. And then just move it so I can get this way. And I gotta lift the boulder one more time anyway, so might as well go the shorter route. Ow. 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 Alright. Leave me be! Cool. Unleash all your critical whatevers. There you go. Mostly that one. That way we don't have to do an extra turn. Okay. There's just no reason for these little dead-end paths that... They're not shortcuts. They don't really reveal anything. Except that there's a door. Shocking. Alright, I feel like saving again. Alright. Oh, God. I mean, I am usually decent enough at puzzles. Not great, but decent. So yeah, this isn't gonna work. It's like I can get it over, but then I can't get it up. So we need to get it stuck again. Need to get stuck again. But on my level. So is that all I need to do? The question is which direction as well. Okay. These are way simpler than I felt like I was making them out to be originally. Like, as soon as I was like, oh, I gotta move it with a block, it's gonna be super complicated. Okay, no. The progression is a lot slower than that. Maybe it's from too much Portal 2 community maps where it's just like, they don't know how to ramp up difficulty very well. And it just goes straight from like, hey, here's a basic, if they even do a basic concept idea, and then they're like, alright, now do this. It's like, oh god. But no, this is like, proper game design. Are you a mimic? Okay. More forgeable stuff that I may or may not ever do. I mean, I guess I might as well, since I can just teleport to that town. I'm just gonna save every time I get to a new thing. Alright. I mean, I guess... that? I don't know which direction to go, man. Okay. So now I can go back down that way. I assume I want to? Yes. Okay. I mean, I only have one soul blade. Plus, I'm just always kind of curious to see what I get out of it. So I'll do it anyway. It's not gonna take long. I mean, I'm probably just keeping the party I have. Son of a bee sting. It's fine. I'm sure I have antidotes for days. Oh wait, is he not poisoned? Oh, okay. Why did it not auto go to him? It's weird. I'm being censored by ads. Oh wait, I can't do that. I'm stupid. Wait, I can't do anything. Am I supposed to fall? Appreciate the updates. There's literally no reason for me to do that, but anyway. So wait, because I had to go... Huh? Can't move. Can I... Wait, could I have moved it from this direction? I don't even know. Oh, I could. I'm stupid. Okay, well, I'm gonna fall again. But if they're just gonna keep giving me this guy, I'll do it. It's like one of those hard cuts in like a film or TV show. You son of a... And then just hard cut to whatever. Or if you want to get more specific, like the Austin... I think that was Austin Powers 2 bit, right? Where everything was like a different word than what they were going to say, but yet the same, but in a different context, so it was really fun. Alright, so do the same thing I did the first time. It's actually 100% doing it correctly the first time. And I just, an inobservant idiot. More so just inobservant than idiot in this case, but the two are intertwined. Go away! I think, and it has been a very long time, so I don't remember, but I believe there was a line in, like, one of the Spy Kids movies where they would literally just say, oh, shiitake mushrooms. I'm like, really? God, that's dating. How old are those films now? Especially the first one. I don't even actually know how many there were. I remember the first one. I don't remember if I actually saw a second one with that. They're so old. And all I remember, it had I didn't see it, but it was Shark Boy and Lava Girl had was it Taylor Lautner? Is that his name? He was in that film as Shark Boy. It's hilarious. Oops. Also, ow. Bleh. What happened? Go now. God. God, terrified of what he's made. Oh, I still have sand, don't I? On my L button. Hey, you gotta leave something for the adults, you know. Just gotta sprinkle that in there. We're gonna see if we can kill this guy on a solo venture. Nope. We're gonna accrue just enough experience from all these solo battles to, like, get a few levels. It'll just be the tipping point. Now I'm saving. Now we have a shortcut. It's kind of annoying that the sort of like stay there spots for like pillars and things don't matter after you leave. Is this a hover thing? So I just have to put it in the right spots, right? Probably overcomplicating this again. I assume that this is butt. Isn't quite the same shape, but close enough. Oh, wait. It doesn't really matter, ultimately, but... This isn't even like Green Poe in Ocarina of Time where you're timed to do this correctly. It's like, it's not hard necessarily to put it in the right order. It's just time consuming. And in that case, you're timed to do it correctly. Like, the butt of this thing looks really off to where it's like, that's why I think it's just a hover point, because it looks more like that than the actual butt does in the picture. There you go. Gonna be enough time. Wait, who got the hover thing? Oh, right, Pierce did. Save? Too late. Oh, what's up, dude? I saved right before coming in here, that's fine. Just have to redo that again. Weird. I am the Shadow, the Keeper of Light. If you want the sun's power, show me your own. Okay. Yeah, I just have to redo that pushing thing again, that's fine. Dullahan? Oh, I didn't do the right amount. I reversed it. Damn it. Alright, I need one more fire. Awesome. Which is fine. You can do... Sure, do reflux. You will do... Iron, probably. Yeah, just for the hell of it. You can do... Because he did iron. do that. And then you can do Eclipse. It's already maxed out. That's encouraging. Yeah. Okay. Question is, does he have a gimmick like the other bosses, or is it just pure overwhelming power? Ow. Aha! True Collide. What the shit? Oh, that's good. That's okay. Wow. Alright. Well, the last boss, or one of the last bosses, did that too. Okay, well, you're just gonna try topping us off. You're gonna do Daedalus. Try seeing what doing that will do. Probably nothing. It's like it's the danger of using all your Jin, is you become so much weaker. But if he's just gonna break. God. Of course, Jins themselves don't really do a lot. Missile barrage! Okay. Does he just have that, or does he do the same shit as the other guy where he uses my own Jin? Ow. Oh, because I sealed him? That's kind of stupid. Or whatever. He still gets to do that one. Why is he doing elemental swap every time? Oh yeah, weaker party, go! This move is just too funny to me. Let's just not attack! He just gets a free heal out of that one. And I get a free Jin. Clod of Earth. We'll just do this because I haven't used any of these. Aw. Aw. What a jerk. I throw the environment at you. You can't play that song right now. Oh, you can also seal it, huh? Decisively. Okay, I think we're to the point now. I've seen these. Forming Sage? Okay. Yo. I don't even know what element he's on to know what the swap is or anything. It doesn't matter. It's so pointless. Condemn. Alright. This guy has a whole litany of moves. Oh, okay. No effect, bitch. Great. That's fair. Dude, this guy is the definition of bullshit. What? What does that mean? You drained all That's so dumb. Whatever. Just kill him. Alright. Anyway. Oh god, that's dumb. This is gonna be worse than Pirate Dude. I don't think that really helped me much. So this is where it would probably be beneficial to actually have my other party, like, fully upgraded and whatever, so that it basically becomes 2 fights to kill him, instead of trying to do it all with 1. But stupid thing is, if I leave, it doesn't necessarily keep all the shortcuts, which is kind of the point, isn't it? That's happened before, and that was annoying. Alright. Should. Okay. Yeah, we'll save here again, and let's just do all the things. Actually, it's right. Oops. I don't know why I think that that's start instead of select. Oh, okay. Why not? So we're gonna see which is the whole Unleash does. So let's see. So what is it? Catastrophe and Charon that are the strongest moves? I mean, I know Eclipse is best for the money, so to speak. Let's see, so that would leave me with 2. It's not really another fire one. Outside of doing Daedalus. Which I could do that too. Sure. You do Daedalus. You do... Hey. Oh, because it's 8. Never mind, hold on. Whoops. Jenna, you might just get what's left of the fire. Catastrophe and Daedalus. Because Charon just costs so freaking much to use. Maybe. Yeah. So then that'll be best for you. That'll leave us with 2 fire, 4 wind. Could do Azul, because why the hell not? I could do Daedalus twice? Yo. Does that actually work? Is that allowed? Am I actually able to summon the same summon twice? Especially Daedalus, because it's a 2-stage attack. How would I know that? There's nothing that tells you what he's got. You only get 1 follow-up attack? I mean, I guess I might as well just double up Eclipse then, too. Ow! That's right, anything he does is gonna potentially kill me. He's purple? Does his color change when he does the element swap? I've never noticed. I mean, that still did 2,000 damage. That did not. Jesus, that's a big difference. Oh, Sheba's dead. Okay, so he's swapped, and he still looks purple. Unless it doesn't change. It should change if that's what it is. Sure. Tell by the moves, was like after that point, it doesn't really help anymore. Okay. So, I mean, they're all recovering except for Fury. Oh, good, you have a Water of Life. So I could do Azul, or I could hold off to use more when they recover. That's what I need for Daedalus. Still only need 3. So I wouldn't have to do any more, actually. It's actually going to have to wait to catch up with Fire. So that'll be a hot minute. So I kind of might as well use a summon then. Sure. dude. Why did only his water power go up? Hey, thanks, Daedalus. Oh no, it does do those. Oh, that's funny. I mean, I'm dead. Yeah. Like, and the only person alive is cursed. I mean, some of that is just due to the fact that everyone's so weak without any Jin set, but... I know. So kind of just like let them die. Not that my backup party's really gonna do anything, but... Alright, a strength boost. Hi guys. What happened to everybody else? No idea. I mean, I guess we might as well just do it again. Yeah, so I can either double up on Daedalus or I can do Catastrophe with Daedalus. We'll do that. Oh. So what does this leave me with? So let's do Daedalus here. Still have an Eclipse though, so that's cool. I can do Azul again. Sure. And then you use Eclipse. Okay. Ow. You bitch. I hate enemies that get to attack more than once. It's so annoying. Yeah, Garrett, you get to try doing Daedalus now. Because that didn't get to happen. Okay, so now he's going back to... Earth, I guess, then. Very cool. I mean, this is a wash. Wow, this is some legit bullshit. Like, it's just pure RNG whether you're actually gonna win or not. How much of an ass does he want to be? Do I have to do that again? Yeah. I still don't know if this is really the best strategy for it or not. There we go. But it kind of seems like it. Especially when he keeps attacking the characters that are about to do things that will be helpful, and then they can't because they're dead. entirely pattern-based. Cool. Now, see, that's not reacting to what I do. That's reading my inputs, which is bullshit. If he is like, oh, someone's going to heal or revive, I'm going to attack them. Because they're going to do that. That's reading inputs. That's straight up cheating. Also, first move, Charon. Bullshit. Also, Jin Storm. Bullshit. I'm just gonna reset. Not RNG, though. I really actually should be paying more attention. I don't need to be using set everything, really. To start a fight? Okay, so he really didn't like Catastrophe. Which is unfortunate, because I can't do it twice. I forget. Set means I can use the Jin and not summon, right? Oh, okay. But then that just makes me want to use them, because then once they're used, it doesn't matter if he puts them onto whatever. So I just need to be able to use them. Oh, whoops. I didn't want to actually do Catastrophe. Yeah, I guess I could also just do Judgment. Part of the Q might also not be a bad call, necessarily. Oh my god, a normal ass attack? Okay. Yeah, so this will be the strongest move if he starts weak. Yeah. And he loses some PP. No, I wouldn't want to stock. It's pretty much, yeah, use what I can, as I can, if he'll let me. Alright, Piers is dead. Are we... Okay. So now I just have them, and they are burning a hole in my pocket, so to speak, because I can't really do anything to help them. I mean, it feels like... just reviving to try and stay alive would be my best option. Oh! I feel like that was the thing with, whatever beard. You had to just cycle through a set of a couple summons or whatever the whole time. Now see, you attacked and swapped and then attacked again, all in one turn. That's not okay. Right, but do you start with all of your Jin except those used, so you can just use them and summon at the same time, or do you just leave them as not used? You're... oh, you don't have the fire, do you? No. Wait. Yeah. What? Replenish... oh, replenish is all HP. Okay. So... sure. And you have Mist Potion. Okay. That's just unreasonable amount of damage. I don't even know why it tells me what his PP level is. It doesn't matter. Any boss fight. I mean, you're basically dead at this point. I don't even think he has any bonuses on. He doesn't need any. Just get what damage I can out. You punk. Well, that's not gonna do me any good. Doesn't matter. He's stupid fast. To double or triple Charon turn? It does. What would triple even matter? There's no way you survive two. Alright. Or at least he attacked the person you already summoned. Wow, that didn't do anything. The other question is exactly how much health does he have? He did all 3 moves. That's amazing. He's also stupid fast. All right. I think I'm gonna give this one more try before essentially just like looking up a guide. I mean, even so, if I get that this is supposed to be harder than the final boss, but even so, if I'm over leveled for the final area with this party, and the other party is on level for the final area, it's a bit much. So then these people are even under leveled. All right. Oh, I have this open anyway. Cole might not be terrible, considering. I mean, Cannon just sucks. I mean, then that would suggest I want to get rid of Sheba. If I want a dedicated healer, she's definitely not it. But then it would have to be one of the lower party who's not going to be particularly strong. Or just to put them on a different person, I guess. Would be all their alternative. It's like I could put... I kind of want to have Jenna be my healer since she can heal multiple people. It's like if I just put Flash on Sheba. Doesn't really matter. That brings down their stats a fair amount. Yeah, it's also a possibility. But then when it doesn't line up to where she can heal and she needs to use Flash. So basically it's use one of the three, summon the next turn of that one. So like use Flash or whatever, or Granite, and summon the next turn. Or maybe even use another Jin. Well, the problem is you don't know which one it's going to choose is the one that only takes one turn. Yay, ads. Thank you, Twitch. I mean, I feel like I've been doing the sheer volume of HP and damage. I don't think it's working. I mean, but if it's not Sheva, I do feel like then I do want to kind of keep Wind for its ability to attack him in one of the two phases he's weak to. So... Alright, well let's say we summon with... I need to look this up, because it's really annoying that you can't look it up in-game. It's actually majorly terrible oversight. Can I just get like a list, please? Okay, cool. Oh, I guess that's the one I'm gonna get after this. Spoilers. Alright. So if we assume that, like, we want to do Catastrophe and Daedalus in the first go, but we want to make sure someone can cast something. So it would seem like starting with Shade casting first, since neither of them use Mercury. So, set up for Mars and Daedalus, that's 7 Mars that need to be used. So, anything but Flash, really. Was I 7? Yeah. So it's all but 2. And then Venus is only 3. Mercury is none, and then Venus or Jupiter's 5. Okay, and I mean, after that, the strategy doesn't really matter, so let's just set up for as much as I need to do an unleash of if this party comes to it. So let's see. So again, Jupiter's 5. So I only have enough to do that once, but we'll do it because it's Catastrophe and it's super good. Unless I want to do like Jupiter Charon, but I don't know. why not? So let's work it out that way. So if we do Charon and Catastrophe to lead off the second party, that will be 3 Mars, 5. So, okay, 3 Mars, 7 Jupiter, and 8 Venus. So all but one of these. We'll just try making him not go faster than us, because that will matter. So all the Jupiter, all but one. Actually, no. All but one Venus. All but 2 Jupiter. So, I mean, useless. Doing that won't work. That doesn't help me in this fight. Mars is 3. I think any of these matter. Which ones I do. So that's 3 Mars, and then all the Mercury. Okay, so now I have a bunch of Mars and some of that, which, you know, nothing combines with wire and water. So, and nothing's gonna work with only 2 Jupiter, except Charon. I can just do Ulysses twice. Whatever. Why not? Why am I even bothering with this? Alright. Save this. So the plan is start off with you two summoning Catastrophe and frickin' missile guy. And you summoning Shade. I think, right? That was the plan? I don't know, let's just go. I know he's summoning Shade after that, whatever the summons come to. Let's just see how that goes. So, Daedalus, Catastrophe. I guess you could Odyssey, maybe? Oh, wait, no. Yes, because I'm only doing 2 summons. Okay. So you can Daedalus, you can Odyssey, you're gonna summon Shade, and you're gonna do Catastrophe. So now we'll have... Now the question is, do I want to use the PP for her healing potential, which she won't get for a minute, but... I think let's have her attack. Have you use Granite. You are going to unset Shade. Or set it. Should I just have Sheba continually use this stuff? Before I only had to set between two separate things. Cool. Doesn't somebody have something to undo that? How do I get rid of that? Actually, you know what? Yeah. Do that. Just gotten rid of it. That sucks. Oh, I didn't... Okay. Oops. Yo, get reflexed. Ow. Ow. That didn't do anything. What a dick. Not expecting to die from all of that. Oh, I think it's a white. Dude. Well, this is just going to be back and forth forever now, so it's not really going to help. And how does it determine the order of what goes to what? Alright. This is dumb. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. We'll give this another go when I get back. Good lord. Whew. Alrighty. Alright. I'm just gonna look up we're gonna try these different strategies. There's a few summon rush strategies. We're gonna try all. I'm pretty sure I already tried one of them. And it was the one that clearly kind of suggests it's more luck based, so it literally says if luck is with you. And luck, if anything, has not been with me. Alright, so strategy number uno is to have the Venus and Mars adepts together. So, that's for a little bit of safety. Standby is red. And with most of everyone's Jin on standby. Now it says most of. It doesn't say which ones not to do, though. Have the first party summon Daedalus and other summons repeatedly until the first party is defeated. A lot of these just seem to be what I was kind of already doing. Keep the first party alive until Daedalus' second hit comes in. This will make it much easier, but not technically needed. And have the summon do Eclipse repeatedly until either your land is defeated or your party is. Alright, so really it comes down to, again, breaking down the numbers. So this one just says Daedalus and other summons repeatedly. So that feels like focus on Daedalus and then whatever else you can fill out. So Daedalus is basically twice. So it's going to be 8 Mars. Oh wait, no, twice per... Okay. So really all but 1 Mars on both sides. So let's say it's Flash. Let's summon Flash first round, I guess. Maybe? And for you, probably doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? And then Venus is going to be also twice, but only 6, so that means there's 4. 4 left over on each one. Right? Wait, hold on. I have a total of 18. Which is why 2 and 2, 2 and 2. So that's 16. Okay. I mean, in theory, it could be either one that keeps them, but whatever. Then it's still only going to be, because of that, 2, it's 4, it's 12. So there's 3 each I could keep. So we could do Granite. If that works, great. And then it might not be bad just to have. Trying to keep them alive. That would also be good. That's the one I was thinking of that could potentially get rid of curses and stuff. That might be good. Guess iron is not that great. Sure. Okay. And then the other party. So the other party is doing Eclipse. The whole way through. Eclipse is 3 Jupiter, 2 Mercury. So that's between having 18. So that means we can get up to 6 times. Using every single Jupiter. Which I doubt we could survive, honestly. So I almost feel like, since I'm only really likely to get each one of them doing a summon once, honestly, probably, to just leave enough for 4 summons of it, which would mean only 12, which would mean 3 for each of them. And then Mercury is going to be 2. So, what do we say? 4, so 8. So really, just leave 4 for each. But I could leave them all out if I could summon Boreas. Why not? This way I might have like a bit of an option to say, alright, use Boreas, and then also, which by the way, yeah, she's gonna be way slower than him, so if he uses Shade, she could then use Boreas. Alright, sure. Alright, I'm just gonna take a picture of this so that I don't have to remember everything that I've done. I want to redo it. Alright. Let's give this a go. It's probably not going to matter because second party is so freaking weak, but we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, Dualahan, you suck. Anyway. Alright. So, Daedalus for days. Or did I want to have Felix? No, get all the summons out. Fine. Oh, Jenna's dead. It's so ridiculous. That's so dumb. I love it. Oh my god. Oh, he still has that, whatever that is. Someone's probably dead. Yep. Oh, she didn't get the earth thing because she was dead. That sucks. Oh no, that was just a heal. Never mind. I forgot. The thing he did was a heal, not a... Salt was the one that was getting rid of the curse or whatever. How much more do I need? I need one more fire. Too bad she's dead. Double unable to move. It's kind of hoping that he would do a move in between them so that he couldn't move twice, but alright. Get down! Just heckin' rude, dude. I could do this. Again, he's so slow. Ow. How sick would it be if I get him to get poisoned? More missiles! Fire everything! That is the strategy. Fire everything. I dodged the Grim Reaper. Oh, okay, but not the ferryman. Can't dodge the ferryman. I mean, they got that off. Okay, well. Okay. Team strike! Your dead teammates. I mean, I guess it's... Yeah, because it's not going to matter, so I might as well just summon it. Pop, 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 pop. Not bad.
Kill me! Do it! Do it now!
Waste my time. Alright. And now we just go nuts with Eclipse. I mean, I could do Shade. So, you know what? I'm gonna do that. That way I have the protection from his attacks first, and then we can do Eclipse another round. Ow. Don't. Fuck off, dude. That's with Shade. Come on. Alright, who's my fastest alive right now? 249. Okay, yeah, it's Sheva. Okay, not surprising. So yeah, you summon Eclipse. What do we have left? Wait. So Piers was second, right? Just because by level alone, he really should be. No. Okay. Got it checked. Alright, so you blonde people summon Eclipse. Shade didn't really seem to do shit, but... I guess I can also do Boreas. Die, fucker! Alright. I don't care. You can say I cheated by looking up a strategy. That boss is such bullshit that I don't feel remotely bad about it. Yeah, who gets the most experience from that? Because they were all involved. I'm saving. I don't trust this game to not put a possibility of encounter while I'm walking up to this tablet and I just die. I don't trust it right now after that fight. No trust. Iris. 9 Mars and 4 Mercury. It's a combination Mars and Mercury, Jin. Holy shit. Wait, now here's a question. Felix is dead. Can he retreat? Yes. I'm dead, but I have PP. Retreat. Oh, he puts his head down because he's dead. Alright. We're teleporting. And what's good about this is I can go right back to just fixing my party to how they were. Oh, except they died, so they all have to go to the front. Ugh. I have to pay for them to be revived, too. There we go. Because sleeping doesn't heal you if you're dead. Where was it? Where's the place? Was it the other big house? Is it this one? Nope. Oh yeah, Goo Goo Gaga, baby. There you are. I love it. Ivan's looking over like, you all died? Losers. Ah. Ivan looks so judgy looking over there. It's funny. And he's the only one that does it too. No one else seems to look over at anybody else or anything. Alright. Cool. I mean, I have ungodly amount of money to spend, so... I'm surprised the game has not really given me any more game tickets or anything, though. That's kind of weird. And I only really got, like, one more, lucky medal. Since I left that. Oh god, they're all still recovering. I'm so weak and fragile. So, let's see. Got 2 forgeable items. I still have to sell that. I could probably sell a lot of things, actually. But I'm just so scared. Even though I can buy it back. Alright. Wait. Sorry, I confused Sheba and Ivan. Forgive me for mixing up the twins, even though they... Because someone said something about twins, and then they're like, oh, but what's-her-face is your sister. And it's like... But you didn't say that it's the only sister Ivan has. Anyway. Alright. So, our last forging, probably. I swear, it will be, because I'm not leaving Mars Lighthouse to do some forging. Dark matter. Oh my god! Oh, great. Another Terra shield. Thanks. The black shield with a smiley face. And the Aura Halcon. I honestly like that better than the real word. It seems like if you want to say Aura Halcon, that sounds way better than Aura Chicalcum or whatever it's actually supposed to be. Yay, more Xyleon armor. Which is what Felix has on. So Piers would lose his agility. Oh, I already have it too. So it raises attack. Lower his defense by 4. What's the other thing he's got on? Resists all elements. If it's good enough for those two, it's good enough for him. Oh wait, that's not even the thing it's replacing. I'm dumb. Still. Probably the same. Yeah, I don't care about it as a bait. But that's a thing that like does criticals, yeah. But he ain't doing criticals. It's all summoning and synergy now. Unless you're Felix with Megiddo on the Soul Blade. You're not doing that shit. Okay. So sell things. It's the hell of it. See a smiley face shield. See you, Masamune. See you again in Chrono Trigger in some time. Some lifetime, who knows when. I next play that game. Alright. And now we leave. Why do you put me on this side? How do you determine which side of the village you're putting me on? Have my Jin come out? No. Hey guys, I'm back. Totally have been gone for forever to do this thing you want me to do. Alright. It's going up the stairs, right? Is it like to the right there? One more, I think. Get out of here, devil frog. Felix is having none of your shit. Okay. Damn it. I knew I shouldn't have gotten rid of that summon. Oh, no, I didn't. I just minimized it. I'm a genius. Oh yeah, we gotta see Iris. Hold on. So all the Mars and 4 Mercury. It's like, will I ever use this summon again? Probably not. Goddess of Rainbows, Guide of Souls. Super Judgment. What? Were those the enemies? What was that? It just launches them into the sun. Did I just blow them up on the sun? That seems bad. Alright, see ya. Wow. I mean, I assume If it revives everyone in the party too, that would be insane. Like, that is a game changer. If it revives and puts everyone to full health, that's probably worth it for 9 Mars. Yeah, runaway bird. He used sack. Okay, keep using that sack. It does! I actually did not pay attention that this list also tells me what all the, like, side abilities of things are. Revives all allies and restores everyone to full health. Holy shit. That's ridiculous. Hold on, now I want to look to see what all these side things are. So Charon may kill instantly. Catastrophe lowers PP by 10%, so that means Doulahan had 300 PP. Azul main stick stun. Daedalus. Daedalus is basically the damage of the second missile. Q heals over time. Eclipse also lowers enemy attack. Horus does poison. Ulysses may cause target to lose a turn. Moloch lowers agility. Flora may inflict sleep. Megara increases all allies' attacks. And Zagan lowers enemies' defense. Iris is actually pretty damn good. It's a very steep price to get up to 9 Mars. And considering the other more powerful summons also include Mars, but I guess if you did Charon and Iris, then you could do everything because you got all the Mars. Like, assuming you just go with this, you got all Mars, 4 Mercury, and then almost all Venus and 2 Jupiter. So you could easily, like, if you just had full standby teams, you could do 1 Charon, 1 Iris, and then probably, like, some Eclipses. Choices. For now, everyone get their shit. Alright. What's up?
You who hold the star, open your heart and listen. If you wish to scale the heavens, set the 4 spirits aflame.
Now there are doors. Alright. Can I just walk in? Okay, cool. Alright. Now that we know. I'm still kind of tempted to put, to put, like, Eclipse and stuff on, just to have a move. Aka Mana. Alright. Nikito, I'm trying to see if we can kill him in 4 attacks from everybody, and you're just not providing the variables I need, man. Alright, well, these are the 4, like, kind of side towers you can see from the overworld. What is going on with the sky? Why is it all whooshy? And why does the, like, speed of it change and direction change depending on the direction I'm walking? Would it be? Let's just do that. I love having this table up. It makes it way easier instead of me trying to randomly remember it. So... yeah, so just do, like, Jupiter and Daedalus. Or not Eclipse and Daedalus. So 3 Jupiter. 2 Mercury. Oh, right, I still have granite. But I have before instead. Doesn't matter. We'll keep it. But still, that shielding strategy proves well against a super boss, then it'll be proved well against other ones. It's just funny because it's such a low gin. Wait, how much Venus? 3, okay. And then 4... that. So now we have Eclipse and Daedalus as options if we want to have to fight something. And I'm going to save. Alright. Okay. Well, this is the wind option. Eh. Okay. Do they both lead this? No. I can't do anything here. There must be a split path from that other direction. So annoying. Ah. So I need to fall so that I can move that statue somewhere. Yeah, this is obnoxious as hell. Okay. Well, that was correct. I guess. Oh, because I have to fall from that thing and it'll drop me on the flame. It would knock me off instantly. Okay. So good thing I chose left. I am only doing this side unnecessarily once instead of twice. I just don't want to fight anything anymore. So over it. Whee! What? hi. Okay. Forgot that was a thing. Well. Fun. Oh, wait. It feels like I don't want to go down. Oops. There's a little fire in the top left corner. Is that just a glitch? That's funny. Hey. Wait, what? Oh. Burn the image. Sear it with purple flame. Is that what I need to do? Is that it? Is there not a fast way to... This is kind of the fast way. Come on, do it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Ah! How much does that hurt? Eh. Alright, that's one down. I feel like the second half of this stream is just gonna be the final boss. If these other, if this one tower is any indication of the other three. A weird noise. I don't like it. It's a gross noise. Eh. Why? Stop it. What? Okay. Does this go away? I think I want to put Salt on Felix, because that ability to just remove shit statuses is nice. I'll just summon both. Because he doesn't have anything like that, right? Restore HP. Refresh allies and restore HP. I don't think that does that, but I guess we'll experiment. Yeah. Nope, just restores HP. Wow, that didn't do anything. Stop trying to curse Sheba. I just knew you were going to do Megiddo. That's why I had both of them attack him. Now Eclipse is an overkill. Okay, so she's fine. That goes away at the end of the fight. Alright. Wait. Wasn't it? Yeah, it's 3 Venus. And 4 Mars. Oh, I guess it already went away. Alright. What was this one? Water? Oh. What? What did I miss? Oh, I can walk through here. Durr. I just saw the ice and just ignored the one opening. Okay. Why is there a dragon thing? Ah! Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, well he's not blowing hot fire, so... Ow! Okay. Oh. I didn't even think about the other pipe. Oh. Oh shit. I think I'm screwed. Ow. Okay, so there's an order to this. Alright. So... I mean, I feel like that pipe has to be in position first, because if I don't, then it's just gonna melt this anyway. So this one still seems like the first one I gotta do. And then just push it. There's not really any reason for me not to. So now... I think I just have to kind of... Yeah, I just gotta freeze this. Push that one down, and then push this one up instead of starting with that one because I was just standing right next to it. And I was like, oh, I'll just do that. Woohoo! I did it. I don't know why... Do I not want to do this immediately? So, like, this is going to blow up all this... Oh, wait, can I not... I haven't even tried. I guess maybe I can't go down there. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. Like, this will open up the way for me to be able to go over. Which I didn't even consider, but I guess it's probably the case. Now, do you freeze time? You do. Okay. And now I have to watch out that I don't get hit by it every time. Alright. Never mind. I guess just right here, right? Yep. Woo! I did it! Cool. Did I set those? I did, right? Blue fire! Burn the wall with the weird looking dolphin. Why does it only fire once? No. Whatever. Is it just because the thing's not spawned on screen, so it won't fire again? Because that's not how it's worked before. Alright. Well, you know what? I think I'm just going to call this here for now. It's about time. It's close enough. Well, you're just dead. You're super dead. Megiddo! It's fine. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, since these aren't taking too long, I'm just going to... What did these say? Fish with cold courage, they ruled the ocean. That's right. Because, you know, humans, birds, fish, and dragons. I guess they couldn't think of an animal that's fire-based, which is kind of fair. But, anyway. So these don't take too long. So... Alright. I'm seeing, like, a couple different things looking at these statues, by the way. On the one hand, I kind of see a person kind of going like, ah, you know. On the other hand, it kind of looks like a claw, like a three-pronged claw kind of thing. And then it also looks like feet, like paws or whatever on the bottom. So I'm seeing all kinds of things from these torches. Very weird. They instantly only become feet, though, when they're lit, because you can't see the top at all. So, but anyway. So we got those two left. I don't think they're going to take too long. And then we have the final boss somewhere in here, I guess. I assume it's here. Maybe there's a boss here and then there's another boss like somewhere else that I'll go to. I have no idea. Because like I could see that being like, oh, we got a final boss of the lighthouse, but then you have like the final boss. Even though that's not how it worked in Golden Sun, but whatever. Anyway, so I feel like it'll break a little better if I just cut it here. We'll do 2 torches, 2 things, and then the final boss of the game, which is kind of what we did this stream. You know, we kind of did that. I mean, we did really Animo Sanctum, and then a boss, and then 2 torches. But we could say it's going to be 2 torches, the final boss, and then the ending. So pretty well evenly split, I think, personally. And it's my stream, so you're going to like it. Anyway, sorry. We're going to cut this half here, I guess.